Hey players, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be reviewing Gotham Knights. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. Gotham Knights is an action role-playing game developed by WB Games Montreal and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. Inspired by the Batman Gotham Knights comic series based on the DC comic characters Batman and the supporting cast, the game focuses on the characters Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin, and Red Hood as they attempt to restore justice to Gotham City during a period of decline in the immediate aftermath of Batman's death. While investigating the events that led to their mentor's demise, the heroes become embroiled in an ancient conflict between the two secret organizations fighting for control over Gotham, the Court of Owls and the League of Shadows. Jason Todd is an intense vigilante. It all stems from dying a violent death and then being forcibly resurrected by one of Batman's most dangerous foes. He has trouble keeping his temper in check, but he will not hesitate to step into the line of fire when a friend is threatened. Red Hood wants crime to pay because Gotham City is built on a foundation of corruption and he's been on the receiving end of it far too often. Dick Grayson is a natural leader, an optimist, and the most charismatic of the Bat family. He grew up in an orthodox but loving circus family, so he values close personal bonds. Dick believes that for the fight to be worth it, there must be something real to fight for, and that something has always been other people. He was Batman's first protege before becoming a hero in his own right. Dick has mastery in acrobatics and is an expert at taking down enemies with his signature dual Eskrima sticks. Few people can match Barbara Gordon in terms of raw willpower and determination. Barbara has always been a person of action. In her mind, backing down is never an option. When a spinal injury threatened to end her crime-fighting career, she adapted, applying her expertise as Oracle, a forensic intelligence hub with global reach. After years of pain, surgery, and rehabilitation, she eventually recovered, strengthened by Oracle as well as Barbara's now unbreakable determination to protect Gotham as Batgirl. Barbara is highly trained in a variety of fighting styles such as kickboxing, capoeira, and jiu-jitsu. Her signature weapon is a tonfa. Barbara also displays great skill when it comes to hacking or coding in computers and technological systems to dig for information. Tim Drake may be the youngest of the Bat family, but he's also the smartest and a master of deductive reasoning. Tim is a true believer in Batman's mission and is motivated by the conviction that Gotham City needs a hero rather than by personal loss. Batman was the mentor of the highest caliber who personified the type of man Tim hopes to become. An expert fighter armed with his collapsible quarterstaff and skilled in the art of stealth, Tim also possesses a background in combined psychological warfare and behavioral sciences, all of which sets the stage for him to accomplish any mission. Next, we'll be talking about the main villains. The Court of Owls is a secret society that has controlled Gotham City almost since its founding. Filled with members of the oldest and wealthiest families in the city's history, they are the backbone that's been shaping Gotham's history, controlling the flow of wealth and industry for more than 2 centuries. Former psychiatrist and criminal mastermind Harley Quinn thrives on chaos. Making things fall apart and watching the aftermath enthralls her. As one of the smartest criminals in Gotham, she is an expert of setting people against one another. It is not so much that she wants people to be harmed, it's just the inevitable consequence of the kind of chaos she likes to set in motion. Harley has stepped back and forth across the villain line many times, sometimes helping and sometimes working against Batman. Most recently, she was brought on to do some criminal profiles as part of an investigation, but now that she realizes he's gone for good, she's taking some time off to think about how she might help Gotham in her own uniquely chaotic way. Mr. Freeze is desperate to cure himself of a condition that requires him to be confined within a suit that keeps his body at an extremely low temperature. He's convinced that getting cured will allow him to get back together with Nora, his estranged wife. This goal overrides everything else and has stripped him of any empathy or morality. As time goes on, he becomes less and less tied to his original goals and more interested in villainy for its own sake. Clayface's motivations are simple: vengeance. He's a spiteful man who has gone from being a burgeoning actor to a disgraced criminal. In the game, he's recovering from his last fight with Batman that resulted in his seeming death. He may not have a full recollection of his past life, but one thing remains constant: his hatred of the Bat. Personally, I think the combat is extremely good in this game. One thing I feel like they should work on with the combat though is the fluidity of it. But other than that, the combat system is really fun, and once you get down the combos and your suit's ranged and melee skills are upgraded, I think the combats can be extremely fun, and you could have a lot of fun playing as Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, or Red Hood. The traversal for me is where I give it a thumbs down, because the traversal is just really slow compared to all the other Arkham games. And I know I keep comparing it to Arkham, you know, I'm not comparing it off of its own title, but, you know, we wanted another Arkham game, and this is what we got, you know, so it's kind of hard not to compare it, because, you know, the grappling feels a little slow compared to Arkham Knight, because in Arkham Knight we had the grapple boost, where it was so easy to move around the city, and you felt like you're literally the Batman. For like, literally that's one of Batman's main like parts that are like really fun to play as in the old games, you know. But I just think that they could have made the traversal a little faster in this game. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but let me know what you guys think down below. Now guys, I bet you're wondering, Kenneth, how do I actually unlock all these abilities for myself? And the answer to that is by completing the knighthood challenges. One of the knighthood challenges being to complete 10 premeditated crimes. You don't have to do the bonuses, just 10 premeditated crimes. Crimes in general, or the ones with the question marks above them. The next challenge is to kill or knock out 3 brutes. You know, the ones that are bulky and have a shield or lots of health. Yep, those. And the last one is to go to the Belfry and do the time strike training. And then you should go to Batman's Remains, and then you will finally have the knighthood ability for that character unlocked. In this game, you can craft suits, melee weapons, and ranged weapons with materials found throughout the map. The abilities in this game really help you get an edge when fighting your opponents. You know what I find extremely interesting with the skill points and skill tree unlocking system is that each character has their own set of AP. What do I mean by that? Well, Robin, for example, let's say I play Robin for about 30 minutes. Then I go to Red Hood and play for about 30 minutes. And when I go back to Robin, Robin has, let's say, 15 AP, right? But then, and I waste it all, like I'm at 0 AP for Robin. But then when I go to Red Hood, I realize that he also has his own AP, let's say 15 or 16 for example. That means that each character has their own AP, which I find really interesting, and I really like the way how they did it, that each time you level up, you gain 1 AP. It really brings diversity to the game, rather than just having a bunch of AP and that just for every character, because then you'd have to make your choices wisely. So I like that they give you lots of variety when unlocking skills in this game. I really love that. See, the co-op is really where the game went bad, because the co-op, the second player can't even interact with things. So it's not, they kind of are tethered, because if this, let's say the second player wanted to go on a mission, the first player would have to go interact with that, like let's say door, for example, if you were going in Penguin's club, or, you know, nightclub. You know, the first person would have to interact with it, not the second person. So you're not totally untethered. So like technically you can't do whatever you want, because of the fact that the second player cannot enter a mission. Oh, and also the fact that they can't even pop up in cutscenes. Like, I feel like the game would have done much better if the devs put both characters, or made it different depending on the amount of players in the game. So like let's say there was 3 extra people there, including you, the whole Bat family be there talking to, like, for example, Ra's al Ghul or something. I feel like that would have been sick. What about you guys? So players, that wraps it up for Gotham Knights. Let me know down below what you think about this game, and if you already have it. Also, let me know about the combat, traversal, unlocking knighthood, loadout, crafting, mods, and styles, as well as ability features in this game. So guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.
Gaze is all I see.